Enactus calls for students everywhere to take on the biggest challenges in their communities, to solve problems, to close gaps, to show the world what students can really do.
Solving those problems, closing those gaps takes our very best. It takes designing all of our projects for true impact, developing those projects for full sustainability.
If it takes 10 years to achieve it, then so be it. If it means rethinking how we define our projects and build our team, we are ready to act.
We believe in learning from our failures, sharing our successes, putting people first when we design our projects, and putting integrity first when we present them.
Because that is the spirit of Enactus, that when students lead, there is no challenge too great to overcome. We are here today to fulfill a promise, to show what is possible when students secure every dollar needed to fund our projects, when we ourselves design, implement, and measure our projects, and when we engage whole communities in taking action.
This is the story of our team, as we gather to celebrate what students across the world are capable of what happens when bold ideas meet an unwavering commitment to see them through, when we make every year and every day a chance to push ourselves further than the last.
If you wanted to transform an entire community, how would you do it? An entire local economy, where would you start?
What if we could create a model that wasn't about solving a single problem, but instead a holistic approach to addressing multiple livelihood gaps across every key area of development: economic opportunity, health and wellness, education, and environmental sustainability?
What if we could design multiple projects for maximum impact? If we did it right, we could fully transform lives, even whole communities. Here's what we would need.
We would need a clear vision and a deep understanding of the people we are serving. We would need strong local partnerships and a team capable of handling a long-term commitment, because doing this takes time. The gaps we're trying to address cannot be bridged in a day, a week, or even a year. But if that is what true impact requires, even if it means we have to completely change how we operate and structure ourselves as a team, that is a challenge we must accept.
In 2011, this is exactly what our team decided to do by creating the first ever Enactus field station. This model would take us further than we had ever gone before, with a 10-year commitment to running a whole series of projects in a single geographic area.
We began with a 90-day research period, assessing proposals for members of our team for 6 different locations around the world. Through this process, we chose Denkani Kodai, India, a rural village community 50 miles outside of Bangalore, as a location for our first Enactus field station. What followed has surpassed our best hopes and is a testament to what Enactus students everywhere can do when they design for maximum impact.
We began in our first year by understanding the most vulnerable in the local population: children. Without access to education, often the only option these children have is to become day laborers, leaving them stuck in a cycle of poverty for the rest of their lives.
The only school in the area had the teachers, but was having to turn away hundreds of children each year because there was simply no room for any more students in the existing facilities. So for our first project, we built more classrooms. And today, not only do all children in Denkani Kodai have access to affordable education, but kids from 4 local villages have joined them.
While we were building classrooms for these children, we also took the time to learn more about their families. We learned that many women in the community have been forced to become the main breadwinners for their families. Every morning, these women have to wake up before dawn to search for work. If they are lucky, a farmer or construction foreman might hire them for the day as laborers. They will work for 12 hours and make less than $2 for the entire day.
In that same village, owning a single milk cow can earn you $4 a day. So what if these women were to become cow owners? The problem is that a cow costs what a day laborer would earn in a year and a half if they've saved all of their wages.
The solution we came up with to close that gap has resulted in one of the best examples of entrepreneurial action in the history of our team, the Cow Bank. We buy surplus cows from local farms for just $500 each. We then give these cows to women who agree to repay the loan with a portion of the profit from the sale of milk. Every penny is then reinvested to provide even more cow loans.
And that's not all. We purchased cow insurance for the full replacement value of the cow, eliminating the risk of women owing us money without a means to repay it. But none of this would matter if the women can't sell the milk. So we formed agreements with milk wholesalers in the area, and they've guaranteed the purchase of milk twice a day from every woman in our program.
Since launching the Cow Bank in 2012, we have continued to strengthen it, adding new component projects and providing women with the resources they need to be successful owners.
The Cow Bank has been wildly successful. To date, every woman who has entered the program has been able to immediately more than double her daily income. Since the program began, 30 women have fully repaid their cow loans and not a single member has defaulted. And this does not even include the 80 calves that have been born, which has increased the impact even further.
The Cow Bank is fully self-sustaining, but when we saw the impact it was having, we wanted to scale it as quickly as possible. Our model is so strong that since starting the Cow Bank in 2012 with 12 cows, we've been able to raise the funds to double the size of the Cow Bank every year, from 12 to 25 and then to 50 cows last year. When we went to the competition last spring, we made a promise that we would do it again and reach 100 cows this year.
Today, we are here to tell you that we have kept our promise, not only to you, but to the people we serve. We crushed our goal of raising $25,000 to bring the total to 100 cows. Over 100 women in the Dane County Kodai area have now escaped the cycle of grinding poverty, making themselves and their families self-sufficient. These entrepreneurs are bringing in over 29,000 rupees every day to the local economy, over 10 million rupees since the fill station began.
But the Cow Bank has been about so much more than economic impact. For the women involved, the even more noticeable impact is on their identity. Now that they have a level of economic security that frees them from the bondage of spending every waking moment looking for work, they are able to see themselves as more than laborers. But now, as role models, they're running their own businesses, paying off debt, and supporting their entire families.
The stories of these day laborers turned business owners have inspired the younger women in the community. Girls like Jaijitra have been left without any hope of a bright future. They see themselves trapped with no opportunities to be successful or learn new skills.
So this year, we conducted on-the-ground research, had conversations with young women like Jaijitra and their families, and launched our next field station project, a vocational training program for tailoring. We raised the funds, hired a teacher, rented a facility and sewing machines, purchased cloth, and approved a curriculum. Classes began in November, and today, 12 young women from ages 15 to 23 have graduated from this in-depth 6-month course where they learned how to tailor professionally.
Now that they've graduated, these young women have the skills and the credentials to find jobs as seamstresses, providing them with a stream of independent income. We already have a microloan system in place, similar to the Cow Bank, so that in June, when the first class graduated, they were able to purchase their very own sewing machines.
Our field station is transforming lives and life in this community at every level, and we see it in the over 100 families directly impacted by our projects.
Like Ronnie's family. Once a laborer, she now takes care of her new cow, supporting her entire family with the income and giving her daughters a brighter future than becoming laborers themselves. Their oldest daughter, Ilama, joined our tailoring program and has already mastered making beautiful dresses. Their youngest daughter, Rajeshvari, is now enrolled in 6th grade, thriving in the very classrooms our team built in 2012.
This is what real impact looks like. The India Field Station is a testament to what happens when you combine a strong model with a team that is dedicated to operating high-impact, long-term projects year-round.
At every step, we've engaged in a process of constant reevaluation, learning, and improvement. And every year, our successes have built on each other, leading to a level of impact that would have been impossible with a lesser commitment. 5 years ago, we made the decision to become the kind of team capable of making that type of commitment. And today, 5 years into the first ever Enactus Field Station, we are that team.
The biggest problems in our communities can only be solved when we bring together all stakeholders and make long-term commitments, when the communities themselves become committed to their own success. That is as true in our local community of Riverside, California, as it is in Dane County, Kodai, India.
Riverside is home to one of the highest concentrations of food deserts in the United States. Food deserts are residential tracts where families do not have access to fresh produce due to income, mobility challenges, and location. If you live in one of these food desert neighborhoods, that means your only option for produce might be at the local gas station or a half-hour bus ride to the nearest grocery store.
No single model or organization can sustainably close this gap. It's too big for one-day workshops and fundraisers. The solution has to be about more than health education. It has to provide access to healthy food. And in order to solve both of these problems, we need a far-reaching strategic solution that engages every level of the community.
In 2013, we began working with our longtime partner, the Family Service Association, on creating just that. We brought our local city government on board and obtained a large public transportation bus to convert into a mobile grocery store. Because why should you take the bus to the grocery store when the store can take the bus to you?
To keep our prices competitive and secure sustainable sources of fresh produce, we shared our vision with distributors and local growers. Understanding the impact that our project could have, they joined our cause, agreeing to the same wholesale prices that they normally offer to only large grocery chains.
With our partnership and suppliers now in place, Mobile Fresh was ready to roll out. We created fresh stops at local schools, community centers, senior homes, and apartment complexes. People loved stepping onto a bus turned grocery store, as they had over 30 different fruits and vegetables ready to greet them. Mobile Fresh offered everything from avocados to zucchinis, from strawberries to squash, and we were able to do all of this without charging more than the nearest grocery store.
The tremendous response from our entire community helped our team quickly scale the project, from 10 stops to 40 stops in just our first year of operation. Even surrounding counties began to ask Mobile Fresh to stop in their neighborhoods. As the project expanded, we added other grocery staples, things like bread, cereal, and dairy products. We even approved Mobile Fresh to the SNAP program so that our customers could use their EBT cards for payment.
We met some amazing people along the way. People like Magdalena, who used to rely on her son to drive from an hour away to take her grocery shopping, but now has a renewed sense of independence every time she shops the bus. Our customers love seeing us every week, empowered by the convenience and choice that Mobile Fresh provides. It's these relationships that remind us just how important Mobile Fresh is to the community.
In our eyes, Mobile Fresh is so much more than just a project. It's a promise. Failure is not an option. We owe it to our community and the great people inhabiting it to make sure that our project doesn't end up as just another statistic.
You see, the mobile grocery store model has already been tried in several cities throughout the United States, and each time so far, when the initial period of grant funding and media attention ends, so does the project. To keep the same from happening to Mobile Fresh, we need to treat it as a social enterprise, but with a strong business model focused on operational sustainability.
Our team drives the strategy behind sales and marketing, while our partner handles the day-to-day operations, including loading and driving the bus. Together, we make Mobile Fresh a sustainable and successful project.
We start by building rapport and direct relationships with residents who live near each of our fresh stops. We knock on doors, hand out flyers, engage in community events, and make every shopper excited to spread the word about Mobile Fresh.
After establishing each fresh stop, we continue market research, obtaining important feedback from shoppers to identify new ways to sustainably increase sales. Over the past year, we worked to understand the Mobile Fresh shopper, using human-centered design to critically analyze and improve areas like variety and customer experience.
We also took full advantage of the advice and leverage provided by our Unilever Bright Future Partnership mentor, Dante McCrary-McLean. And with a letter of introduction from Unilever to every major grocery chain in our area, we were able to visit and get an inside look into the marketing, pricing, and promotional strategies of leading retailers.
Combine that with the knowledge several of our team members gained during their amazing internship experiences last summer, and now we were ready to drive Mobile Fresh sales forward.
We turned end caps into front of bus special features. We used pop-up displays to show off baskets full of our weekly specials. And we even took a page from the Sam's Club playbook and implemented our very own fast and fresh sampling station. On top of that, we installed new lighting fixtures and a sound system to improve overall aesthetics and customer experience.
Now, as all of you in this room know, there are two ways to drive sales: increase the number of customers or increase basket size. Since making our latest improvements in February at 5 targeted stops, we've seen an increase in shoppers of 10%, an increase in revenue spent by those shoppers of 70%, leading to an overall revenue increase of 76%.
Through our website, social media, free cooking videos, even creating a children's book about the bus that we take to local schools, we're able to educate whole families and whole neighborhoods about how easy and fun nutrition can be. It's good for the community and it's good for business.
And business is good. Since last year, we have been able to increase our sales by 150%. We've proven our model is sustainable, and now we're proving it's scalable. Earlier this month, we retrofitted and launched our second new bus, allowing us to double the reach and potential impact of our project.
Our work with Mobile Fresh would not have been possible without strong, clear partnerships and authentic relationships. People would never let us stay in their communities if they felt we were only interested in making money or just getting a few photo ops. Instead, they see us as part of their community and they see themselves as part of the success of our project.
Because impact and sustainability are about people. Every meeting we hold, every hour we put in, every project, people, not quick results, not headlines, not even winning a competition.
It's why we'll spend over a year researching and developing an idea before making a project, and it's why we'll spend 10 years in one community to do it right.
It's why we work on projects like Mobile Fresh and our India Field Station year-round, and are this year launching 2 new local projects, creating financial security for victims of domestic abuse, and helping local homeowners cut water bills in half.
After 25 years of building, striving, falling, and climbing, we are proud to be who we'll always be. The same thing we were when we started. A team of students who believe that entrepreneurial action can change the world. That Enactus isn't just a team. It's a promise.
Hi guys, that was great, well done. I want to ask a little bit about the cow bank in India. So the project looks scalable, which is fantastic, but can you give me some figures around your projections for the next few years and how you're going to manage to keep the ladies in the project engaged and keep them with the feeling of empowerment operationally on the ground?
Great. Our India Field Station actually has component projects under it, and each of those component projects grow sustainably every year without involvement from our team. So a projection for you would be our cow bank, on average, grows by 30 cows every year, and that'll continue to grow as the cow bank grows. Now, the way we stay in interface and dialogue with those women, keep them engaged, is because it was already happening before our team got there. These women formed small self-help groups, and our team tapped into that, and we figured out about the needs in the community and what kind of projects would work with their community and the needs that they have. By that, keeping that constant dialogue with these women, we're able to develop meaningful projects that make a real impact in the community.
In addition, we formed our own 501c3 nonprofit called GEDS that operates in-country with 2 contractors and a team of volunteers that are responsible for things like collecting the loan repayments, researching new projects, and dialoguing with us between our yearly visits.
Thank you very much. Impressive year-on-year impact, but can you just double-click and amplify the impact in this academic year of this year's team?
Absolutely. So with our Mobile Fresh project, we brought our first bus to operational sustainability, and just earlier this month, we launched our second bus. With the India Field Station, we went from 50 cows to over 100 cows, and then just this year, the new component project, our tailoring program, we launched that this fall. We've already graduated the first class, 12 women, 10 of whom elected to participate in the microloan program, purchase sewing machines, and they've already actually repaid 10% of those loans.
Hi. Who actually came up with the idea of the bus? You, somebody else, the team, or where did that come from?
Excellent question. That idea came out of meetings that we had with our partner, the Family Service Association. We're very proud of the partnership we have with them. We've actually partnered with them on previous projects. We sat down together and said, how can we solve this access problem in our local community? And this was the answer that we came up with. Previously, we tried things like education, even things that began to attempt to address access, like community gardens or even, portable individual gardens. But we realized it wasn't a comprehensive solution. And we sat down with them. We said, how can we solve this together? And this project came out of that. So from the very beginning, it was a 50-50 partnership. And I'm actually so excited that Mr. Dom Betro, the CEO of the Family Service Association, is here with us today.
Hi guys. With your India project, as you become more successful and have more and more cows coming onto the market, how do you stop the price of milk kind of falling and therefore flooding the market? And then
That's an excellent question. So last time I checked yesterday, the price of milk in this area of India was over $2. The demand is so incredibly high in the state of Tamil Nadu that there's no danger of us flooding the market or bringing the price of milk down. That was a question we asked ourselves at the beginning because that's not something we want to do. The milk collection centers are local businesses who collect this milk and then sell it to larger manufacturing and processing plants. So the demand is not limited to our local area, it's the entire state. The impact of this project can be seen in the fact that these women, they can't even afford to buy the milk that they are creating. And that's just why it is such a powerful tool for them to become financially independent.